for your organization. We can also do the same thing on the what-if analysis for your division. We can look at animal control, if there's been a change in that particular division. You can also see fire and rescue and how that impacts the overall budget. Again, you can see the same information for solid waste. We found that a lot of organizations like to use what-if analysis in their planning stages for their budgets, and it's really been impactful for public sector groups. Here you can see overall analysis on the state budget. And this is, again, sliced and diced based off of your data. And we can look at state budget query. We can look at various functions. We can look at agency names and where that expenditure is going. We can also look at expense types. And again, fund by agency. So again, we have these capabilities right at your fingertips, and the idea is to create easy-to-use dashboard for your average business user to understand. Here we are going into our package analytic applications. These are pre-built, extensible KPIs, the analytical processing. So what we've done is we've created solutions that you can utilize based on any industry, any source, any data set, any connection. So the idea is to create a plug-and-play model where if you're using SAP or the non-SAP systems, we can connect those particular systems together, and the dashboards would reflect those particular data sets. Here you have, again, pre-packaged financial dashboards. We can look at what's going on in Florida counties, for example. You also see the what-if analysis here on the left-hand side for the key performance indicators. But again, you also have information that we can look at for Fort Myers, for instance. What happens from year to year or on a monthly basis or on a quarterly basis. We can look at fiscal balance before paying debt. We can also look at payment for long-term debt and financial or final fiscal balance. And we can see this again by different areas. So this is something that we've created for some of our customers that are in the public sector arena, specifically Florida County, that were needing this solution and needing this type of dashboard so they can look at reports on the go. And again, there's not much training that you need. It's just simply a point and click. And the idea is to have users and also have management understand what is going on in their organization, and this can be easily accessible by any particular user. Here we have is the grant management dashboard. Again, you can track what's going on in terms of grants. This is something that we built for one of our customers, Texas State University in San Marcos. So this is something that they've utilized in order to track their grants. So you can see status in terms of open or released grants. You can also see the results, and you can look at the different grant programs here. Again, simple, easy to use, drop-down fields, and again, the information is displayed in a chart form that's easily to read and understand. We can also look at grant applications, where the program status is here, where the eligible requested amount would be, authorized amounts, the number of applications. Again, something that you can utilize and create if you need to track some of your grants, whether it's for business, biomedical, or literature. This is something that we've seen really resonate, especially in the education sector. And of course, you can see agent analysis here, how long those particular grants, what's outstanding, whether it's 1 day to 30 days, 30 to 60 days, and so forth and so forth. Here you have our human resources dashboard. This one, you can actually see how you can track your internal employees, whether it's for leave of absence, how many individuals are taking time off by departments or by various divisions. And again, you can also look at workers' compensation. So this is something that HR managers have utilized to track information that's really critical to their particular group, whether it's workers' comp, whether you want to look at medical and dental information or you want to look at leave of absence. Now, we go into some of our other operational dashboards. We've actually created over 300 pre-canned dashboards for various industries. And here are a few examples for, in terms of operational dashboards we've utilized. We use, again, we've created HR dashboards, finance dashboards, supply chain, performance management. And again, this is something that might resonate for certain departments on the state level, environmental, health, and safety dashboards. Here's a sample list of operational dashboards and some KPIs that have been very critical for each type. So for instance, the finance division may want to understand return on assets, returns from warehouse, GL balances, as well as what's going on a quarterly basis, as well as year to date. Again, cash flow business unit. And on our HR side, we see some examples of important KPIs. With retention, we want to understand compensation. We want to understand payroll, especially if you're an HR manager that has to manage all of these different components within your department. And on the procurement side, you want to understand what's going on in terms of purchasing, how to manage your contracts, how to manage suppliers, operational procurement analytics, and inventory as well. So again, we've seen this based on our customer base, and we've noticed that these are some very critical topics for these three types of dashboards. So what we're going to go into is a few references. We've already cited a few examples that are using dashboards, and we've created this for some of our customer base. But you see that Washington State right now has implemented business objects, and they're utilizing this for their entire state. And you can even see it on their transparency website where they provide this information. One of the things I do want to highlight is the benefits that they've created by implementing business objects as well as dashboards. You've seen that they have reduced days to paid local governments. They've reduced the number of delayed projects by 70%, thus saving millions in public funds. And they've reduced active projects by 41%, enabling the agency to stay within budget, and again, reduce the average time to complete projects by 30%. And so we see, again, there's some real benefits when it comes to implementing dashboards that are very tangible in improving your performance. Here's another example of City of Rock Hill in South Carolina that implemented dashboards. And these are just some quotes that came from the City of Rockville. And of course, we see taking the concept of dashboards a step further, City of Rock Hill, South Carolina decided to present a wide variety of measures in a number of categories. Again, arranging them by service area rather than by department. And you can go to their website and see how they're utilizing dashboards and of course, how they've kind of created a transparency site for some of their citizens. So with that being said, I will pass it back to Roberto and provide closing statements.
Great, thanks, Tim. So this has been, I hope you'll agree there's some huge value in deploying these types of dashboards for our customers, and especially around the city performance management, spending transparency, and some of the packaged analytics that we've put together with our partners here at Infosys. And I want to thank everybody for taking the time and to spend with us today. And if you have any questions, please reach out to your client partners, and we'll look to get those questions answered and maybe some more one-on-one time working through what makes sense for your own organizations. So thank you very much, and have a great day.